that's a first, not a last.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good. Shocked by this evening at all?
Do you know what? Shocked. And I have to let go because it was one of those evictions where you just felt it from here to here. When we saved Dina,
it was quite
Becky,
nice, that split and the suspense.
Yes, I think when you get such a reaction like that in the house, and even Aaron said to me, "What's going on?" Then you know it's a good show and they're not expecting it, and that's what makes good telly.
And those girls, I think, were so shocked and so over the moon.
Well, I think Dina was like, "Yeah, nice people always win." Calm down, Dina. It's not over yet. Even Becky was speechless.
Do you think his rebellion against Big Brother was his demise?
I would say, I think his rebellion, and also I think the relationship with Connor, and I think the way it affected other housemates, and that people just didn't like it as a group.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it was. I think the public sometimes get behind the underdog, which I think in this case was potentially Dina and Becky.
And how do you think the house is going to be without him?
I think everyone in there that liked Aaron and Connor were like they're untouchable, will now go, oh my goodness, what's going on? Because Dina right now is the most powerful housemate. She won eviction last week, and this week she was #1. She got the most votes, so she's kind of untouchable now in there. So let's see how that goes.
How are they going to react to it?
I think they'll be surprised and shocked.
They must just be going, this is third time, right, now?
Exactly,
third time in a row.
What's going on?
Where's this coming from?
Yeah, exactly. So I think they'll be shocked. And I wonder now, will the group dynamics change and will they now play as one, as opposed to the house being divided?
OK. Well, you go and grab a drink, as I know you do.
A bottle of vodka, obviously.
After every show. I am going to go and grab Aaron.
Oh, he'll try and throw you. He'll try and throw you.
Because he is now property of me.
Focus, focus.
On the side, it's Friday night and it's eviction number 5. That means that you lot have kissed goodbye to another housemate. This time, it was Aaron. So we are going to be dealing with him in a little bit, but first it's time to say hello to our Friday night panel. He's used to mares and asses going head-to-head over some turf, so this week's task has felt like home to him, I'd imagine. It's John McCririck. Next up, we've got a blonde, gorgeous and elegant reality star with a brain. Yes, they do exist. It's Apprentice star Kate Walsh. And finally, since she left the house, the housemates have been bitching, backstabbing and battling with each other. It's like she never left. It's evictee number 4, Lydia. Woo! Brilliant audience tonight and a fantastic panel, but before we get down to business with our usual rating and slating, shall we see how the house has been getting on since Aaron's departure? Yeah.
Okay, come on.
You guys are the only fucking people like me in this fucking place.
Calm down, okay? Calm down, dude.
I just want to see me family in my gear, man. That's all I want to see is me family in my gear. That's all I want to see. I appreciate it, man. I really do.
Okay. It's cool to play them out because otherwise you're just going to fucking put a hole in the wall.
I just wanted to go home. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go home.
Yeah.
I don't know how she stayed.
No one does. Okay. Back in a minute. Yeah, just chill out and have a little, 5 minutes to yourself, right? No, he just wants 5 minutes.
I expect him to be sad to see him go, but I didn't expect such a drastic emotion from Conor, really, I don't think.
But normally it's the birds who blub. The whole time they're crying their pathetic eyes out, trying to get...
He's off already. We haven't even asked him a question and he's gone.
No, it's unbelievable. You keep quiet. But it is, by the way, I must say one thing, Pixie. It is extraordinary. You have got a doppelganger.
Have I?
Now, look at Lydia here. Isn't she like Pixie? They could be twins, couldn't they? Is she a doppelganger? Pixie and Lydia here.
I'll be sisters with Lydia.
You've got great eyes, by the way, the pair of you. Very good eyes.
Let's wink at each other, Lydia. Right, OK, so let's talk about the eviction. Kate, did the first person go? Did the right person go?
Make no mistake, I am not a fan of Aaron, but Conor should have gone. You know, you saw him... Yes! You saw him getting really upset there. That's because his pride has been hurt, because he thought that him and his little gang were untouchable, and the fact that Dina's come out on top, that's why he's blubbing.
Do you think he feels a bit exposed now? Because his best bud
and he should feel exposed, because I totally think he's going to get nominated next week, and he's probably going to go, let's be honest.
John, were you surprised that Aaron got the boot tonight?
I thought Conor was a certainty to go. I'm delighted the girls have been saved. For once, you know, the British public are absolutely pathetic. They voted her out, the best housemate. It serves her right that she went. She didn't behave herself in the house. But she was absolutely terrific in the house, Lydia. What's wrong with the public? Why didn't they vote the hateful Conor? You know what Conor reminds me of? That ghastly Andy Murray. He's just the same... There he is. The same type of surly, snarling, aggressive, charmless individual. And that's why I couldn't believe how the public kept him in. Why have you voted to keep Conor in?
Lydia, why didn't the public keep him in?
Yeah.
Ireland voted for him.
Do you know what? I think that the public almost... I think they almost slightly respect Conor in the way that he is actually the leader, whereas Aaron was the dog's body. And I think that's just what happened. It was almost like, we'll get rid of the dog's body.
And that became more apparent, especially this week and as the week went on.
I'm not... You know, everyone knows my feelings on Conor. Make no mistake, he should have gone. But I think that the public has just thought, well, actually, Conor was the main man and Aaron was the dog's body. They got rid of... The dog's body is always the first one to go.
I heard comments coming from over here about why Aaron left.
They would vote for... There's only one Irish person in the House. Whether they like him or not, they're going to stick with their fellow Irishman, and they're going to keep to vote to save. If it was vote to evict, I think he'd be out on his bottom. But because it's vote to save, I think all the Irish people will get behind the one Irish person in the House.
And half the people in Britain can't understand what he says anyway, with that Irish accent, so no wonder the Irish vote to save him. Good point.
Kate, were you surprised by what we saw of Aaron's behaviour this evening?
No, I think it's...
Because I don't think tonight's show did him any favours.
No, it didn't, but I don't think he's really done himself any favours throughout the show, really. I'm sure that he's a good person.
There have been times, though, when we've seen, you know, little glimmers of a really nice guy.
But little glimmers being the operative phrase. And generally, it's just... I think because, I mean, Lydia and I were chatting before, and he was saved.
Have you got a new Bezzy? Do I need to be worried?
Absolutely. Forget being sisters. You know, we're in. But you know, I don't want to steal Lydia's thunder, but she made a really good point that Aaron was saved, you know, when he was up for eviction. I think he thinks that being the prankster works, and that works for him. So I'm not sure that we've seen the real Aaron. And I think, you know, he was so influenced by Conor, and he thought that Conor was the alpha male and that it was great to be in with him, that we perhaps haven't seen a great side of him. But he's done himself no favours in the last 24 hours, so it's no surprise. It was a close run battle between him and Conor, but I'm not totally surprised with it.
Can I just ask John one more question, and then I'll come to you guys. We saw him tonight rebelling, John. Can you ever take on Big Brother and win?
Well, I tried, and the one way to beat Big Brother...
And look what he's still got with him.
Well, no, but the one way, I can tell you, the one way is not to write foul words and how he got hold of the lipstick or whatever he wants to do. But the one way to beat Big Brother is silence. I didn't speak for 3 days in the house.
And that was shocking.
If anybody wants to beat Big Brother, be silent. In the end, Big Brother caved in. I beat Big Brother, and the public kicked me out.
What did you guys want to say?
I was going to say about Conor. I don't think he's a horrible person, but I think he's a risk being in there, because although he doesn't mean to lose his temper, he is losing his temper, and by keeping him in, we're putting the other housemates in a vulnerable control position. Even though he's not a horrible person, he can't control it. And I think...
He is monitored constantly in there, as you know.
But I don't think he should have had any respect.
They're filmed.
No.
24/7.
After he spoke to them girls last night like that, he should have no respect at all.
Can you imagine what Connor's like on the outside if he's like that in Big Brother when he's monitored?
I think it's the
you say that though, but you say, you know, if he's like that in the house and what's he like on the outside, the house is a false environment and it's going to bring up emotions that you've never experienced before because you've never been...
Realistically, does that mean that the other housemates have to tolerate and enjoy his behaviour because it's bullying?
No,
I think it's bullying, and although if I apologise after, I still think that the other housemates are going through the emotions
just the same
as they would on the outside, and I think it's unfair that he's actually in there.
Okay, well, as I said, we do monitor them, and if there's any sign of bullying, they are spoken to, or risk in any way, shape or form, they are spoken to. The person who is accused of doing it, the person who is the victim, you know, they are so watched constantly.
I really don't think he means it. I don't think he's a horrible person. I just think it's a side of him.
What tells you that he's a nice person? One thing that is nice.
Because he does. I think he does acknowledge, particularly when he was saying the horrible things last week, he acknowledges that it's been horrible and he shows remorse.
I think sometimes he speaks and he has no filter and he doesn't think about what he's saying.
He's really cocky and really arrogant.
But I agree with you there, John. I agree with you there.
Guys, I'm so sorry, but we have to move on. Okay, I'm just taking the mic away. Thank you very much, guys. They'll be putting their questions to Aaron later on, but remember, we also want you guys to get in touch as well. You can reach us on Twitter or through the website. Right, Aaron is out, and he's going to be here very shortly, and if I was him, I'd be really worried. I'll see you in a few minutes. We don't need to write swear words on our chest. We stick it to the main show every single night. Now, before we get chatting to tonight's evictee, let's have a look at his worst bits and see why he's ended up out here.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
My love, too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave.
You've probably noticed that I don't really wear too much anyway.
It hurts, and I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. I'm a model, you know what I mean?
I'm still nice and cute. I'm gonna fuck about for a bit in front of the mirror, like I usually do.
On the catwalk,
Tonight, Matthew, I'm gonna be a right wanker. Oh, leave me alone.
Pardon?
Wipe your face.
And you're an absolute disgusting rapscallion.
Fucking fuck off, knob. Get fucking life.
You are a negative vibe, girl.
Dino, do yourself a favour, babe, and stop speaking.
Fuck off, Big Brother. I'm not a fighter, me and my lover.
I might have fancied you a bit.
Your face to me is like sculpted by God or something.
Cringe. Is my hair right? Have I got a spot on my face? Have I got something on my chin? This is a winner.
My cat, too sexy for my cat.
I'm loving it.
Oh my fucking God.
I love to be an absolute prince. I love it so much. I don't want it to end. Kind of enjoying myself.
Thank you, Aaron.
You cheeky little monkey.
So that's what we saw, but what has Aaron got to say for himself? Let's meet evictee number 5, our model from Manchester, with the not-so-model behaviour. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Aaron. Take it away, Jeff.
You can do it like a brother, do it like a dude. Grab my crutch, wear my hat low like you. I can do it like a brother, do it like a dude. Grab my crutch, wear my hat low like you. I can do it like a man damn. I can do it like a man damn. Sugar, sugar, sugar. I can do it like a man damn. I can do it like a man damn. Sugar, sugar, sugar. I can do it like a man damn.
How are you doing?
Oh, Aaron, come and sit down.
Hello.
I feel like thanks, Jeff. Sorry, I was a bit like, oh, Aaron, we've got so much to talk about. Do you think he deserves to go this evening?
I'll tell you what, Aaron, I'm really, really going to miss you in there. I've enjoyed watching you there, and I really wanted to see a lot more of you. But it was my time. If you want to make a lady old enough to be your mother happy right now, you can show me a bit more if you like.
No, we'll leave it for now.
I've had enough. Can I just say tomorrow, happy World Pride Day to everybody. That's tomorrow. And you can find me in the usual place around the back of the bins with a fag. So have a good day, everybody. Thanks, Emma.
Jeff. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aaron.
Yes.
Oh, dear, Aaron.
I know, I feel like I should start with an apology or something.
Do you? Why?
No, I don't really. No, I'm too laid back for that.
You kept saying that to Brian.
Yeah.
And he said he can't really figure out who is the real you.
It was hard.
Do you know who the real you is? Or
I'm not
do you
sure
think
anymore.
You're still... You're quite young still, and it takes time to find yourself, and people are continually learning things about themselves.
Yeah.
So you've had a little bit of a time to reflect now. How
a
do
little
you
bit
feel?
of time to reflect. I feel good now. I'm happy that I'm out. It was definitely my time. I would have lost the plot if I'd have stayed in any longer. You've seen how childish I was being at sometimes. But I mean, I think I'm funny. I might not. I'm not most of the time.
Some people would call it funny. Some people would call it a little bit annoying.
Yeah. A little bit of both, I'd say.
You're quite endearing as well, and I think that's what was quite difficult about you, because you were really annoying sometimes, but then you were absolutely lovely, and I think the public were very, very split on you.
It was hard to be yourself. Like, I mean, I tried as hard as I could, but in a place like that, I mean, it was like a jungle. It was a battleground. It was a war zone, and sometimes you just felt really uncomfortable, like you couldn't be yourself.
Yeah.
And that was when I was being random and spontaneous, and I just...
And I think that's because you could talk about nominations from the beginning.
Oh.
I think that changed everything this year. It's been an outstanding year for Big Brother, and I think that is probably the reason why. When you were put up for eviction this week, I think it's pretty fair to say you weren't very happy.
No.
Why? Because the first time you were up for eviction, you took it really well. And this time, it was like a totally different person, again, which is the real Aaron.
Yeah, because I think what it was is I thought, like, inside the house, you feel like you can trust people, but yet you're never quite sure. So it sort of puts you in two minds. And I just thought, well, the people that I thought I could trust have backstabbed me and put me up for nomination. But at the end of the day, I was just as bad as them.
This is the thing, and this is what's quite frustrating to watch, because everyone's going around and saying they're bitching and they're backstabbing and everyone's doing it
themselves.
And it's like, well, there's two groups in a house, and one group's talking about the other, and the other group's talking about the other one. So it's just talking, because you're not integrating, and it's going to happen, and someone has to be nominated every week.
Yeah. I guess I just took it the wrong way.
You did kind of overreact.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Probably. Yes, he's admitted he was wrong about something. Amazing.
Well, there you go. Feel like a new man.
Do you feel cleansed?
Yes, definitely.
Yesterday...
This must be holy water.
It's quite funny, actually. Yesterday, we got Big Brother to ask you some questions in the diary room.
Yep.
I'm sure you will remember. We would like you to take a look at it.
All right, let's do it.
Hello, housemates.
Hiya.
You're a gentleman, aren't you? Letting the ladies sit on the floor.
Oh my God.
There will be severe consequences for Aaron's actions. Housemates will learn about the punishment in due course.
We like doing that.
So you've just said during the VT that wasn't clever, was it? So, and that was my question. Watching it back now, do you think that was really wise the night before eviction?
Nah, probably not. But then again, I don't use my brain too often anyway, so you know, there's nothing new there, is there?
It's like a totally different person has come out of the house.
I think, well, yeah, because I've, like, you know, people see different things. You do see a different side to people in there. I mean, me watching back, I would have
it's a very odd situation.
I would have picked up the phone and got him out. Because that was
you?
because that was a little bit random. Nah, I don't know. I just had fun with it. I just went with the flow and just sort of went off whatever.
Yeah.
Just sort of. I don't know. That's a bit random to watch back, to be fair. I'm like, what's he doing? You're 23.
Do you think is it weird to watch things like that back and see maybe somebody that you don't recognise very much?
Yeah.
Or does that look like you? Is that the kind of thing you would do?
Nah,
would you normally make a chick
away...
sit on the floor and just shove your fingers up behind her back?
Never have done before. That's the first. There you go.
So why do you think it plays with your head so much?
That you it just doesn't seem
change
real.
that much?
It just doesn't seem real, and you don't. I felt like sometimes I couldn't quite be myself. It was everything about the house was what would make me feel uncomfortable in the outside world, what I'd try and stay away from. And because I was dumped in that zone, I just had to try my hardest. And it was obviously if it didn't come across as a nice person sometimes, it was just frustration. So I just had to just deal with it the best way I could, and it got me this far. So I can.
You got halfway.
Yeah, there you go.
You got halfway.
Look on the bright side.
We saw you breaking the rules, jumping in the pool, and putting your green flag up.
Oh yeah, that was good.
And things didn't get much better this morning. We've got another clip for you to watch.
Oh well, I know what this is going to be, don't I? Is that for me?
Yeah.
What is that? Oh God. So you fucking break the rules to risk losing it all?
Bro, you're throwing away a fucking friendship for the sake of a fucking shopping budget.
I'm not, I'm telling you, I think it was stupid.
Yeah, but the way you're speaking to me then saying...
Because you didn't answer me when I said, have you got a gas for a fucking toothbrush?
I need 5 minutes on my own.
And you're there shouting at me going, I fucking heard you.
What?
I said, can you ask for a toothbrush? And you were like...
Rewind back to what you said to me.
Go on, what did I say?
Said, oh, he's fucking deaf now as well as fucking dumb.
Because I asked you about fucking 10 times, you didn't answer me.
Luke, please, bro, I've just had shit poured on my head.
So why would you risk that? So why don't you just say, OK? I just wanted to be on my own. Leave me alone.
I've never seen that clip before, actually, and you were quite comical at the end. Please, bro, I've just had shit thrown on my head. But can you understand why your team were so peed off with you?
Of course I can. They had everything removed from them. And there's a lot of big characters on that team as well, and they enjoy some food. Do you know what I mean? And in that place, you've got
it's kind of weird to see you and Lucas kind of almost go at it, because you've been such good friends in there.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't understand. I couldn't work it out. I mean, obviously, like I had everything removed for the housemates that we'd all worked as a team to get. So there was like, well, if you're a team player, like you say you are, why have you just had everything taken away from us? And I was just like, well, I was bored, and it was like I just wanted to just act out one night. Just had my last night.
It's not very like team playery.
Not really, no. But I know I can't turn back time, so.
Had you just given up? Had it just got too much for you?
I just wanted to. I was bored out my head that night. I was really bored, and I just thought, you know what? Like, there's a boundary set, and it's just so simple to cross. It's like if I'd have jumped in the pool now, nobody'd have bat an eyelid. But I jumped in the pool in the Big Brother house. It's a massive, big, traumatic like.
It's because you're a rapscallion.
I know.
Do you know what a rapscallion is?
I don't have a clue what a rapscallion is.
It's a rogue. You're a rogue, okay. Aaron.
So he was too afraid to say it was a rogue then.
Well, I think it's quite a good word though.
Rapscallion.
Yeah.
I mean, I just take
I'm going to use it.
I take it as a compliment me all the time. Oh, thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, rapscallion. Now, on a side note, we went to see your friends and family while you were in the house, and we came across a porn movie script. It was in your box.
What?
We've got a VT of it, which
what?
Of us finding this script.
You've planted something in my case.
No, I swear to God, even your sister saw it.
What?
Was it his sister that saw it?
What are we actually
What we would like to know...
Stop it.
Honestly, do you need Benedict's number?
Get on the phone.
Honestly, Honestly.
I don't get it.
You're worrying, aren't you?
I'm like, what you on about?
You'll be here tomorrow. You'll see the VT. Jamie went to visit your friends and family, and they found something in your little box.
Right. Okay.
Aaron, thank you.
We can't leave it like that.
No, we're leaving it like
that. Is it a video?
Huh? No, it's not a movie. It's a script for a porn movie.
All right, cool.
He's like, oh, yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, I know what that is now.
So that is quite clearly what Aaron has to say, but we want to hear your thoughts too. Aaron is going to be hanging out in the foam room this weekend, so if you want to ask a question or just have a nutter...
A nutter? I am a bit of a nutter, I know.
Then give us a bell, 0333 577 7754. Join us after the break when I'm going to be throwing you to the wolves. Or the panel. See you after the end. Bit on the side. I don't care about all this blue and green team malarkey, what's going on in there. This is my turf, and no one is going to win it from me. Especially you with your lipstick on. You. Right, so I've had my chance to interrogate Aaron, and now it's the turn of the panel and the audience. They're harmless, I promise you. So, John, why don't you go first?
Well, you may look like Justin Bieber, but you're an obnoxious...
Justin Bieber, you can stop
You're an obnoxious, selfish, practical joker. Life's hard enough as it is. How can you justify all the talcum powder and pouring water into Becky's bed? How selfish can you... It's stupid, pathetic. Why do you do it?
I thought it was funny.
It's not funny. Only for you.
Entertaining television.
Only you it's funny for,
John,
nobody else.
And these guys.
John, let him answer.
Sorry, guys, do you want to answer for me?
Funny. It was funny. Sense of humour.
Oh, would you like your bed full of water? Well, you'd like him in it, I suppose.
It's all again.
That's it.
Kate Walsh, go for it.
OK, I'm going to say you look great in a pair of trunks, but I have got to agree with John to an extent. Your behaviour wasn't always the best.
Yeah, I agree.
I think Connor and your bromance have got a lot to do with that. Did you align yourself so closely with Connor because you thought he was the alpha male that he might have a good chance of winning? Was that part of it?
No, I only saw the good in Connor the whole time. Like, I've come out, I've seen a few things.
Do you think differently now you've seen that?
Well, I only know basically the way I knew him inside. So I'm just hoping in this week he's going to redeem himself. That's basically it.
How would you explain his bad behaviour then?
His bad behaviour, I mean, sometimes, yeah, it could come across as maybe slightly aggressive at times, but the guy's got a good heart. He really has got a good heart.
Why is he losing it so much?
I don't know, I just think the house just plays games with people sometimes, and I struggled myself in there, so I think a lot of the housemates, it is like a war zone in that place, so I think, you know, fingers crossed, he redeems himself and is a different man by the end of the week. And I hope maybe sort of like me leaving as his, you know, dog's body, whatever you want to call it. You know, I hope that gives him a chance to sort of change a little bit.
Lydia.
Mine's kind of like a personal one because I was confused on watching it back because I thought we were okay. I knew you had a thing with Dina, but I always thought we were okay. And when we'd had breakfast together or something like that, and then straight away after I'd gone to say something to you and you called me an effing weirdo, and it actually really hurt my feelings. I don't know if you realised.
No, I didn't realise.
I just wanted to know if you realised that some of the things you were saying actually were hurting people's feelings in the house.
Yeah. I think sometimes I am a little bit blunt with my words, but I think that's just lack of education. No. On a serious note, I apologise if you hurt your feelings, but that's not the type of guy that I want to be. That's not the type of guy that I am. Like I said, the house played games with people's minds, and I'm pretty sure that we'll get on fine outside of that.
Do you play practical jokes outside of the house?
John, we need to let the audience ask a question. Sorry.
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
It appears to me, obviously on the outside you seem a very humble, nice guy, but it does appear to me as a model, and particularly on Big Brother, that you do look to the cameras for your confidence and for your showmanship. Is that true?
I think what it is a lot of my sort of ways with flicking my hair, playing with my hair, a lot of it is actually the insecure side of me, to be fair, and it comes across as the confident side, but really it's not. It's like I'm thinking, have I got I'm thinking it now. Have I got a massive part in my hair? You know, do I look ridiculous in front of everybody? So that's all it is. It's just the insecure Aaron that comes across sometimes as maybe
and let's be honest, we all have insecurities, don't we? So you need. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's no microphone, and we have to move on because we have no more time on this section. Right, I reckon it's about time for an exclusive, though. Should we look at an exclusive?
And I've bypassed them, try and be nice, and I try and be nice, and I don't say anything. And tonight, I was so happy, and I just said, are you okay? And she went, and then looked at you, and just made fucking feel it at me.
It makes her feel. Oh, I don't like this.
Yesterday, I don't like her, why would you say you didn't like somebody? I would never turn around and say I didn't like somebody.
I was furious at her. I would just laugh it in her face and say, don't be so stupid during the heat of the moment. I just bitched.
She's bitched about absolutely everybody. I've heard it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've said this, it's not good now.
Have you told her how you're feeling?
I've said to her about 100 times, are you okay? Are you angry with me? I said to her, have you been bitching about me? No. And it was only today in the toilet, and I was like, I said something to her, I was like, Caroline, you're not being very nice to me, or something, and she was like, and then
she was horrible.
And I said to her today, I went, are you okay? Just up there, I was like, are you okay? And she was like,
oh, this is ridiculous.
I missed this in the heat of
the
moment.
She looked at you.
I just didn't even know what was going on, darling.
Okay, so you got some questions for Aaron in a little while, but you have a clip first, right?
Exclusive clip from the house right now.
Exclusive.
Connor, I will say, I'd much rather have you than Aaron.
Yeah.
So.
I think a lot of people want that as well.
I know it's your boy and all, but for whatever reasons.
Yeah.
But, no thank you. You know? You do have a general, I think, a general respect. You know?
Yeah.
So.
I'll hang them up. Yeah, I got the hang Because I honestly thought it'd be a double, and Aaron and Dean would go. I thought that. Yeah. But not that one. Nah. Do you know what I mean? Nah. Definitely not. It's fucked up.
So, don't know what to say. The house is a strange place.
You know what? When anyone leaves as well on like this eviction night, it just changes so much.
Yeah.
We see it happening, and the atmosphere is massively
The dimension changes.
Totally.
Everyone's headspace is
I am
so
very
different.
interested to see now what happens, and to see whether the groups do change a little bit, and to see what happens between like Luke. I still hope, and I'm going to stick by this. I still hope that in this week, because I do have the feeling that Connor's going to go back up, and if he goes back up, I think he'll come out.
Yeah.
But I hope in this week he changes the opinion of the public.
I think the only reason he didn't go this week is because what we've seen of you tonight and last night. And I genuinely think if you didn't have such a close relationship with him, then you wouldn't be sat here tonight.
Yeah, see, I
think you've kind of come out through association, to be honest.
I only saw the good in
Because you did
Connor.
seem to change when you were around him.
Yeah, well, a couple of the girls said that, and I mean, you know, I can only agree with. Well, if everybody's saying it on the outside, then they must have been seeing something I wasn't. And I guess when you're in that house, you're in that sort of environment, you just sort of end up going with the flow.
Yeah. And I suppose you find someone that you feel secure with, and you stick to them.
Well, see, the thing is, like with Connor, yeah, I felt like I could trust him, and it was difficult in a place like that to find somebody you could trust. So in a way, yeah, I guess everyone's right again. Tick another box because you got close to the people you thought you could trust, and I thought I could trust Connor, and I hope I was right.
I'm so sorry. We've got like 8 seconds to finish the show.
Afterwards online.
Yeah, they're chatting online. Tomorrow, 5-star with Alice, and of course Aaron and Cheska from Made in Chelsea. Good night.